Wishing all our viewers happy Independence Day. And of course, Nitish and Tejasvi, happy Interdependence Day. Stick with Independence Day. It's called the week that wasn't. On Independence Day, some questions remain unanswered. Big ones like, will the British recompensate us for the wealth pillaged and stolen? Will we rise to the #1 position in economic power in the world in due course? And what the hell is the deal with alcohol and national days? Just not answered that question. So many years have passed. I'm writing into PMO, CMO, nobody's answering. On the matter of Independence Day, I pray for only two changes, folks, two small changes. One, communal harmony. I want that to happen. And more importantly, VIP movement to be shifted to Raigad area from Malabar Hill, South Mumbai. Take them there. Let's see how much they want to do there. Walk up and down Raigad area as much as you want. Leave us alone. On the occasion of Independence Day, my brothers and sisters, stop focusing on cricket, Bollywood, Netflix, Amazon, Hotstar, and somebody please show some interest in the vice president elections. It's Jagdeep Dhankar who won. I mean, you should know that. I feel, it's not getting the right coverage. On the occasion of Independence Day, we pray for peace in Ukraine, hope in Sri Lanka, and completion of metro work, Lower Parel Bridge, Hanging Gardens, and VIP movement in Mumbai. Please stop that. Is it possible to sell the VIPs just to help our GDP? I thought that might be a good idea. There's a lovely story. I want one heartwarming story here. It can't be cynicism all the time. Lovely story about a 92-year-old man from Punjab who lost 22 members to the carnage of partition. All right, 75 years later, he found his long-lost nephew in Pakistan. Mumbaikars will not understand. They'll struggle to identify as they are stuck in small homes with far too many relatives and don't know how to get rid of them. So, I should have thought that through. It doesn't work across India. This week was also Raksha Bandhan, and PM Modi's Pakistani sister sent him a Rakhi and wishes for 2024 elections. Of course, our faith in humanity will be fully restored when in the future a Pakistani lady sends PM Yogi a Rakhi. That's the big test. That's the one I'm waiting for the umpire's decision. That'll be huge. This week, I personally celebrated Rakhi by staying hidden at home, away from all the women I have crushes on. Sharam ki baat hai na? Every year they send me the Rakhi, so I just stayed put. Folks, for people looking to rent a home in South Mumbai, there's a nice big unoccupied home available. It's called, naam kya hai, Raju? Varsha. Nobody wants to stay there. If you guys are interested, I know a broker. Yep, Eknath Shinde is still living in my lane, not in any hurry to occupy Varsha. It may be a superstition, but he is following Uddhav Thackeray. Initially as CM, he stayed in his Kalanagar home, Matoshri, then switched to Varsha, and then lost the numbers before you could say Eknath Shinde. So I'm not using the word Panvati, but there's some worry here that it's becoming like a white elephant, that huge house. Can you imagine if the White House in America, the presidents don't want to use? Be like, no, it's dangerous, bad luck. We won't go here. We'll just use the Hilton. Lots more coming up, but first, the headlines. India celebrates 75 years of independence. Stand-up comedian Punit Pania joins us. And India shines at the Commonwealth Games. Before we go into our top story, I have to tell you I lost 13 hours and 45 minutes last week to VIP movement. I'm not lying. I'm not sure who he was, a leader from Maldives, maybe president, maybe prime minister or a friend of theirs, was going up and down the city, Walkeshwar, Marine Drive, and then of course from South Bombay also Western Express Highway, so you others can suffer as well. So secular suffering happened. 13 hours, 45 minutes gone from my life, so the GDP of India crashed because people like me couldn't work enough in that week. I've got a point here. For VIP movement, why do we need to have it in the first place? Can't they do their policy making without movement? So why can't VIPs be behind a screen and just do Zoom? This is my solution, India. On Independence Day weekend, I give this to you as a gift. Speaking of now, our top story. Independence Day is celebrated by India. Well, also other countries, we forced them. Whoever's lower than us in ranking, not that country whose VIP was going up and down last week. That guy can do what he wants because I'm told Maldives is the 5th largest economy in the world. So it makes sense that we all stop and salute every time he passes. Biden kaun hai? Naam to suna? Nahi. Okay. Have you changed your WhatsApp DP to the Tiranga? I smile and say this. If yes, put one hand up. If no, put both hands up. That's not what will happen. We are taking it too far. We are stretching the skit here unnecessarily. You won't be shot. but you'll be part of a blacklist and you'll never be seen again. Or worse still, you'll be in the middle of VIP movement. To celebrate 75 years of independence, the Maharashtra government, yes, it's a term, we are not exactly sure who that is, has asked the State Cooperation Department to ensure that every housing society hoists the tricolour for Independence Day as part of the Har Ghar Tiranga campaign. It's almost like an ad. So let's go straight to a housing society in Mumbai, where the society members seem to be in a quandary. Here they are.
Ramnik bhai, now that we have decided to have flags hoisting ceremony, question is who will be chief guest and who will hoist the flag?
हाँ देशपांडे भाई
हाँ,
जोर से बोलो नहीं सुनाई नहीं पड़ रहा मेट्रो का काम
मैं बोलता है कि who will be chief guest and who will hoist the flag?
हाँ अब what is the issue huh? like that I am the senior most in the society na I have also been past president, past treasurer, I've done lots of pastime in the society, ne? So obviously I will be the chief guest and hoist the flag.
Ramnik bhai, past president, past treasurer, past time, you are also thing of past. We must get somebody more younger and energetic like me. I will be chief guest.
Chocus. Deshpande bhai, if you make me the chief guest, ne, I will provide whole society with free snacks during flag hosting. Dhokla che, fafda che, jalebi che, and also 1/2 150 ml soft drink.
Ramnik bhai, you cannot try and bribe society, huh? Just because you have more money, Ramnik bhai. Huh?
Arey bhai, that is the problem with you people, na? You don't want to work hard, and when other people make money, you complain.
The problem is you people are too arrogant. After all, understand one thing. This is Mumbai. Only a Marathi manus can become chief guest and hoist the flag. You go to Ahmedabad and hoist the flag.
Hey, why should I go to Ahmedabad, eh? You go to Shivaji Park.
How dare you say Shivaji? It is Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Say with respect. I am telling you, if anybody in the building will hoist flag, it will only be Marathi manus.
Okay, Cyrus. Let me make truce. Huh? Let's call someone else. In outsider.
Outsider? You are
outsider.
saying outsider? Who outsider? Like some Sindhi Marwadi or what?
Oh, not like this, Deshpande bhai. Outsider means like the film star or a TV star or ye cricketer che, a politician che.
That is good idea. That is good idea. My sister's son, he has one friend who is working for TV production. We can ask him to get some Marathi film actor, huh? Nana Patekar. Why? Huh?
Hey, why not get some young actress, ne? Young, like Ananya Pandey.
Young is good. Ananya Pandey. कौन से पिक्चर में काम किया उसने?
अरे बाबा अभी लेटेस्ट पिक्चर आया बहुत बढ़िया कॉफी विद करण मैं तेरे को दिखाते देख मैं वही देखता रहता है ये देखो ना
ये
हाँ सरस है
रमनिक भाई बहुत पतली है पतली झंडा ऊपर कर पाएगी क्या?
अरे देशपांडे भाई कैसा क्वेश्चन पूछता है तुम
I am saying let us get some cricketer.
I don't mind I don't mind but now you will say get some Marathi cricketer like Gavaskar, Agarkar, Tendulkar or Rane.
Never, not at all. I am saying why we cannot try and get Harmanpreet Kaur.
Harmanpreet Kaur. हाँ कौन छे? Who is he?
It is not he, it is she. Captain of Indian women's cricket team who just won silver medal at Commonwealth Games.
अरे बाबा, who will know her? We are only watching IPL, na? Instead, why don't we try and get some politician? Eh? It will be good for the society also.
Not a bad idea, Ramnik bhai, not at all. Who shall we get?
Shall we get someone from BJP or Shiv Sena?
I would have liked very much to get somebody from Shiv Sena. But nowadays we don't know who is in BJP and who is in Shiv Sena.
That's also true, eh?
Oh, why don't we get somebody from opposition?
Oh, that is a good idea. But there is a problem.
What problem?
Oh, everybody from opposition is in jail, ne?
That is true. Correct you are.
Why not we invite someone from ED? Nowadays, they are also celebrities.
What a good idea. But I heard all the enforcement directed people have just now left Maharashtra for an emergency.
What emergency?
Emergency in Bihar
What are they doing in Bihar?
as standby
Stand by?
to take custody of Nitish Kumar and his supporters.
ओहो, और कोई सेलिब्रिटी नहीं है क्या? वैसे मेरा एक फ्रेंड है, हाँ, गोपाल दत्त.
गोपाल दत्त
हाँ,
कौन है वो?
वो बहुत फेमस है, ओटीटी पे काम करता है भाई, देखो.
ये
हाँ.
वैसा मेरा भी एक दोस्त है कुणाल विजयकर.
वो कौन है?
वो यूट्यूब पे फूड शो बनाता है मंत्रियों के साथ.
मैं कभी देखा नहीं.
दोनों यूजलेस है.
फेमस चाहिए ना कोई. उससे अच्छा तो हम लोग ही कर लेते हैं ना भाई. लेट्स डू वन थिंग.
हाँ.
लेट्स यू एंड मी होइस्ट द फ्लैग टुगेदर.
अरे व्हाट अ गुड आइडिया रमनिक भाई. वेरी गुड वेरी गुड.
Great idea.
तो चलो करते हैं
चल,
क्या?
चल.
चल.
Hang your head in shame, India. Not because of the poor accents used by the actors, but the fact that we are down in a society now. For chief guests for flag hoisting, we call Gopal Dutt and Kunal Vijayakar. We are the riches we were promised as a country. Continuing our long-standing tradition of inviting our friend and fellow comic Punit Pania. Fellow comic now, so he's the only comic on the show, so I'll just say comic Punit Pania. Well, he's here, he wants to talk, he's frustrated. 2 of his shows were cancelled because he made fun of the government. Obviously not India, but you know, Maldives. Very important. Punit is here, he's going to tell us his angst, his pain, and his hope for a better tomorrow. It's fiction, the whole show. Here it is, Punit Pania in conversation with whoever. Yes, with the kind of money we have, we can call anyone on this platform of ours, The Week That Wasn't. We thought the right person is someone expensive, and of course that didn't work out. No, I'm kidding. Punit, welcome to the show, Punit Pania. Before we start with the little conversation that we planned, tell us about your own personal memories of Independence Day.
Yeah, it was plastic flags and paper plates with wafer on it.
The colony you grew up in was very cost conscious, and that's an important part. I think India doesn't understand. We're spending too much money. We should spend a little less.
Yes.
That's your message, right?
And eco-friendly also.
Also, but say no to plastic was also, I think you're exactly what you were underlying there. If people didn't pick up, you're that smart on 2 or 3 levels at the same time. Fair enough. Before we go into it, how do you feel every year we call you back here? Do you feel your career is going in the right direction?
At least it's not going down, I hope.
If I was Amitabh Bachchan, I'd say Sahi Jawab and cut to break. But we can't do that. So we'll just move on. On the occasion of Independence Day, to give us his take, as I just said, on the state of the country and the state of comedy, which is not the same thing. He's clearly pointed that out.
It's
So don't
often
write words.
in juxtaposition.
Yes, really? Which is a word that doesn't get used often enough from what I gather. Like ménage à trois.
We should do that more often in
I
lower
would love
Parel.
to. But not with you. Anyway, please go on.
Cyrus, देश बदल रहा है.
Really? Rather dramatic.
Comedy is also changing.
I wouldn't say so, but you tell us more about it.
See, nowadays in the live shows, people don't come and sit in the front row. It's all empty.
Well, there's a reason for that. I wouldn't either, Punit, really. Yeah.
But then I have to request them that it's okay. It's not that kind of a show. I have jokes.
Really. Why do you say that? You spoil the market for the rest of us. I would never claim to do that, guy.
Because I won't do crowdfunding in my show. No, are you an engineer? Are you alone? Are you single?
So you're saying those comics who don't have an act and just talk to the crowd for 1 hour, they're rubbish? Is that what you're saying? The jokes is too much work, Baba.
It is. But I think in your show, the audience is incidental. You would be talking anyway.
That's true. They just don't point me in a direction. It doesn't matter. Fair enough. And that's what my wife says as well. She's normally the audience.
But we have one job in the world, Cyrus, writing jokes. We don't even do that properly.
Yeah, that and staying out of jail.
That's more important actually. But I feel ग्राहक का कितना कट रहा है. वो आपको पैसा भी देगा, जोक भी देगा.
Wow. Sir, तू poet है भाई. तू poet है, तू comedian नहीं है, तू poet है. You're a poet Indian. It's a new term, ladies and gentlemen, poetedian. Here on the show, breaking news.
It's also pomedian, but yeah, poetedian, sure.
Comedic. Okay, fair enough. So let's just rewind here a little bit. So you're saying that there are entire shows where comics just talk to the audience and there are no scripts like what Kunal Vijayekar does?
Yeah, some people like it too, sure.
Yeah, but there's a market for everything except Kunal's dance videos in the leotards, very tight ones. Didn't work out.
Sure, some people love it and they are like, हमने पैसा दिया है, के दो.
Did you say the Bengali word for song? I heard the Bengali word for song on Independence Day. It doesn't go with the sort of standards we're trying to set. It's a family show. Okay, at least that's what I tell my family. It's not really a family show because, you know, whose family is going to watch this show? It's another story. Punit.
But then they demanded to explain that, dude, you don't pay your taxes to me, so I can't do that for you.
Oh, you get it? Folks, he's too smart for our show. I'll explain, I'll translate. Taxes are a metaphor. What a classic that is. A metaphor. Taxes for, you know.
Taxes, yeah. And that's a different service that they're asking for, which is also available in our great country, just not in my show.
Or my show. I believe these comics are all your friends, Punit, that you talk about?
Yeah, they're all good friends. And I asked them, yeah, tu itna time pass kyun kar raha hai? Joke likhna. They're like, Punit, chalta hai. People have short memory. Let it go.
Yes. People have short memory. They come and see the same show again and say, "Kya fantastic tha yaar." All you do is change your outfit. Go on.
But then I feel, फिर हमारे और नेता में क्या फर्क है? It's the exact same language we're talking.
Again, he's talking on a very high level. The metaphor between the leaders and the comedians. I don't want to even go there. He's going there. We are not going there. TWTW is off the hook. This is a platform for other people to speak. We are not responsible for what they say. Anyway, you don't have a ticket yet, but you look nice in a kurta. I can see you as a leader, but you'll have to get 4 plots of land at least.
Non-agricultural, ideally.
Yes. That you'll sign yourself. मुश्किल बात नहीं है.
There are similarities, no, Cyrus? Like see, till recently, this domain of a man getting up on stage and just talking nonsense without apology was reserved only for politicians.
I feel you really shouldn't have come here. Because while you're trying to attack politicians, I get the back slap all the time. I don't want the back slap, yaar. You front slap hi kar lo na. They are high targets. Why hit me? Anyway, now they have competition is your point.
Yeah, and they can see what we are doing. You know, they know what we are doing, and we are getting paid for it also.
As in legally getting paid, not commission and under the table and kickback. Wo nahi. Not yet.
And no plots also.
Of course not. And of course, you got to pay the audience though. For politicians, you have to pay the audience to come to their rallies.
It's the opposite. Yeah, one T-shirt, 2 samosas. That's the going rate.
One samosa, 2 T-shirts. That means India is a great country. No wonder they hate comics, ladies and gentlemen. They just hate us.
They do. I mean, right now across the country, think about it. Across all media formats, music, movies, television, news. This is the only format, comedy, where there is no filter. At least not from thought to communication.
I would like to just beg to differ here slowly that news channels is the only place where the comedians and politicians are together. We actually present it in one basket. So keep that in mind, sir. Anyway, coming back to your point, afterwards there might be an FIR, so you have to be careful when you present shows.
Yes. So I can't waste this time on small talk. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, that's a great name for the show. Small talk. It's a great name. It takes less time, but then we'll have to write more. So we'll have to say small talk twice.
Time, Cyrus. I take my stage time very seriously.
Again, I somehow feel this is being aimed at me. Just because my rehearsal ke nahi aate, matlab nahi hai ki I'm not interested in my work. I'm not interested in my rehearsal, I'm interested in my show. That's what it means.
I take my stage time very seriously. I think stage time is sacred and it is fleeting. Time is running out.
That's true. I'm supposed to check my watch, but as usual, because of low budgets, I will have nothing on my hand. That's the kind of show you're watching. Happy Independence Day.
Time is running out, right? The cops are coming.
The cops are coming. In my area, they're already there. But they just sit around, in plastic chairs all day playing with their phones. I was just thinking if I was to attack a minister, it'll be very easy. The cops don't even look up. They're so bored with this job now. Okay, pura din they're watching Punit Pania's greatest hits. That's all. Without even any reactions, which means they're watching my show as well. That's how you know. It's a barometer. Anyway.
But there is so much to talk about, right, in this country. There's so much history, so much culture, so many unraised voices. What do comics talk about? लड़की भाव नहीं दे रही है, बाप कंजूस है, दोस्त हरामखोर है.
Really? The classics. Classics.
I mean, you can't grudge people their content, sure, but it's getting a little out of hand.
I can't believe you're angry now with the comics. We started, we were angry with the politicians. But now you're really pissed off. You're like, the problem with India is the comics. Let's kill all of them before we attack the politicians. I'm understanding the thread here.
At least then we can change. Sometimes even in my shows it happens. No? My audience will come up to me and they say, sir, आपने बात नहीं किया, मैं बैठा था आगे आपके शो में.
But then what do you tell them? Because people want to be known, they want to be heard, they want that bhav.
I tell them, तू मेरा मामा है क्या? तू शादी में आया है क्या? Why do I talk to you?
That's a pretty good comeback for almost any question. For example, what's your name?
So this is such in-laws behavior. No, you didn't talk to her, you didn't look at us properly. Talk to your wife, man. How lonely are people?
I must say something. It's a very good poignant point you've mentioned here. Everyone is lonely, including our supreme leader. Everyone in India is lonely. There's a sense of loneliness, perhaps in the whole world.
I think, Cyrus, choice is clear. You can either become a politician or you become a philosopher.
Oh, nice.
These are the two options. Because the politician wins right now, the philosopher wins later, after he's killed by the politician.
What a fantastic gamble. You die, but you still win. But you die. So Act 1 you lose, Act 2 you win, in terms of play.
Yes.
Superb, sir. Superb. Of course, you as an audience have lost from beginning to end because you're still with the show. Punit, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Great
Thank you,
honor.
Cyrus.
Two things. One, that you come and not charge us, and two, that you come back.
No, it's good to be here. I just want to remind the audience that no matter how bad things look, you can always change your DP.
Ah! By the way, did you put up the Tiranga on your DP?
Tomorrow.
It's already at the time of the broadcast. Time is running out, as you mentioned. Sir.
I like your
खींच
DP.
सकता है, जितना भी खींच सकता है, मैं खींचूंगा. But I can't do more than 48 hours of Independence Day. No? 72 will be too much.
I'll get a tattoo if required.
Where will you keep this tattoo? Don't answer that question. Let's just move on. Back to the show. Or you can do what I do. People ask for DP, I say no Wi-Fi, you won't see anything. You know where we work. Okay, time for our news segment. I don't know why I'm excited, because every time this news segment comes up, nobody watches it. Desh Ki Asha. That's right. A Parsi writing about Desh Ki Asha in Hindi. The hope of India. Jokes apart, folks. India has hope. There's some positive news. There's light. We must think of it positively on this Independence Day weekend. We have 23-year-old hopeful Praful Kumar, who symbolizes, personifies literally India. He's the new generation, the next generation. He's the generation that's taking India forward. What we hear the word Vikas, well, his middle name is Vikas. Praful is here and he tells us about what he loves about India. So, welcome to the show, Praful, and please tell us about India. What do you love about your country?
India is a country.
Yes. Go on.
India is a country.
Yeah. India is a country which is, go on.
Bas, that's it. India is a country.
That's it. Okay. I don't think Praful is under language की issue है. कभी क्या होता है कि मैं तो अंग्रेजी हूँ. People have called me काला अंग्रेज in criticism. What kind of racist comment is that? What does that mean also? I don't know. And so sometimes he doesn't understand, I don't understand. So language की issue है. We'll take a break. We'll come back and we'll sort this out. We will get Praful Kumar, the heart of India, to talk about Desh Ki Dharti. Which reminds me, somebody cleaned my kurta, which is dirty. Yeah. Okay, we'll take a break. We'll come back. Welcome back. Good news. Independence Day weekend continues for 2 weekends. Government order. I just got it right now. 15 days. We'll keep it for 15 days because in India you have to Sangeet-fy and Punjabi-fy everything and make it longer. So I believe we should do that. All celebrations should continue. Dry days should continue till September 29th. Now, some people will say Ganpati is there in the middle. That's a whole different festival. But hello, who's going to point fingers? Not me. And now for some sensitive news from sports. An athlete lost. This is absolutely, I swear on my mother, true story. An athlete lost a 400-meter race in a World Under-20 competition because of a wardrobe malfunction. We have the footage. His private part fell out of his shorts. Mat dikhao. It's too sacred a weekend, we can't show it to you, but it is true. Now, the 400 meters was part of the decathlon, the hardest event in athletics. Good news is, the javelin event was scheduled next. See how I did that? Without being vulgar. That's a classy comedian. Where's Punit now? That's a classy comedian. Of course, this news would have hurt the athletes in a much worse way if the exact same thing happened in the women's 400 meters. Because some people say that they are not all of them. I wouldn't say that. Who am I to judge testosterone and estrogen? It's not my business, not my work. I'm here to look at the Maldives leaders going up and down and saluting. And even the cops asked me, "Pata nahi kaun hai? Mauritius se aa gaya." 3 said Mauritius. Maldives and Mauritius are different. Mumbai police, please remember, different. We have now Desh Ki Asha, that new segment. Praful Kumar is ready. We coached him. He's going to tell us why India is great. Make you feel that warmth that you need to feel for your country, which I feel sometimes this show doesn't do justice to. Praful Kumar, talk about India, the country you love.
India has lots of animals.
Yes, India has lots of animals. Yes, go on.
India has lots of animals. And
Yes, yes, you said that. You said that.
India has lots of animals and trees.
Okay. There was a hunt across India, north, south, east, west, pan-India hunt karke. We came to this guy, Praful Kumar. We thought he symbolized everything correct. But this, again, so I think it's a language or cultural issue. I will find out more. I will get this man to talk. In the meantime, as the curtain came down on the Commonwealth Games this week, India's medal tally over 60. That's superb. Retirement age is 58. Tally is over 60. Good news for the country. See? Now let's talk to S.K. Mani. He is the one man whose voice when it comes to sports is never heard loudly enough. And that's because of his strange opinions. Here he is. S.K. Mani, is that you?
Hi, I am here in Birmingham.
You know, but I thought you were deported from Birmingham.
I was about to, but then a miracle happened.
A miracle happened. Meaning?
Yes, I got COVID.
Ah, so you were forced to stay back.
Forced is the wrong word. I was happy to stay back.
I see.
I like Birmingham. I am keeping my fingers crossed
For?
for a repeat of COVID so I can stay here longer.
How it's changed from 2020 epidemic now. Stay in, sanitize your hand. Now people are saying, मेरे को चाहिए, मेरे को दोबारा चाहिए, मेरे को एक बार और चाहिए. Lovely. The floor is yours, sir. Chalo, tell us, what would you like to say?
First, I would like to wish everybody
Oh, yes, of course. Happy Independence Day. Go ahead, yeah.
best of luck for the Asian Games.
What? Oh, yeah, that's around the corner in a month's time. Right, okay.
Yes, if you think China is round the corner from Birmingham.
Okay, geographically speaking, that's where you're going with the Asian Games. I get what you're saying. Anyway, Commonwealth Games 2022, 20-odd gold medals, over 60 medals. Well done. Come on.
Yes, very satisfying. PMO released a statement.
The Prime Minister's office itself.
Yes, great time for the investor to get into heavy metals.
Well, all right. That sounds like the PMO. Thanks to our gold rush. Yeah, fair enough.
Yes, unprecedented.
Anyway, how did our squad celebrate, once it was over? How did they let loose, cool down, have fun?
The squad was divided into 2 camps. Depending on which camp you are in, you celebrated in a certain manner.
Hang on, 2 camps.
Drinkers and non-drinkers. Drinkers went to the pub, non-drinkers went shopping.
I thought those who pay or those who don't pay, because that's typical India. The drinkers went to the pub.
Yes, though there was some confusion over the names of the drinks.
What kind of confusion? What are you talking about?
In India, Bloody Mary would be an offense term. Screwdriver against our Sanskriti. Tom Collins, a foreigner. And beef eater, a blasphemy.
Oh, beef eater, the gin.
No member of the squad stayed long enough to find out. Safety first. Gold medal or no medal.
Okay, fair enough. You mentioned shopping and sightseeing. What were the sights seen exactly?
Usual. Madame Tussauds, London Bridge, Stratford-upon-Avon and Sushla.
Sushla.
Yes, very popular. Sushla. You know Sushmita and Lalit.
Yeah, that's a new erection. That's just out. Fantastic. All right, so who is your MVP from the Indian squad? I mean, would it be Sindhu, Laksha, Sharat Kumar, Chanu? Who?
None of the above.
Then who would SK Mani rank as the most valuable performer?
Nitish Kumar.
Did you say Nitish Kumar?
Yes, he had the decency to wait for the CWG to end before starting trouble.
A patriot? That's a patriot. He hung back, he said, let us win our medals and then he'll come to the fore with his political problems and issues. I salute him. That's great. Fantastic. Speaking of salute him, it's time to salute the greatest, what we think is the greatest Indian in the next generation to come, Praful Kumar. He's been a waste of time, but let me test the knowledge of Praful Kumar so far to see if he's the real deal or not. Praful, I'm going to ask you some questions to test your knowledge of India. When is Republic Day celebrated in India? Do you know?
No.
I see. Can you tell me the names of the two sister civilizations that India was famous for, Harappa and?
No.
I see. Who succeeded Chandragupta the first?
No.
Who won the Battle of Kalinga? Can you tell me this much?
No.
Which is the national animal of this beautiful country, India?
No.
Who is the vice captain of the Indian cricket team women's division?
No.
Who is the vice president of India?
No.
Okay, that's it. You don't know anything. You're wasting my time, spoiled the whole mood. The entire weekend was about Independence Day celebration and I just brought it all down. Isn't there anything you know about India? Any one thing, just one small thing, anything about India that you know, just show it to us. Just tell us, come on. What the hell do you know about India?
हाँ, I know this. कुंडी लगा लो सैया तेरे को जन्नत दिखाती मैं कुंडी लगा लो सैया तेरे को जन्नत दिखाती मैं कुंडी लगा लो सैया
Yeah, well, India is in safe hands. There's no doubt now that we can all sleep well at night. While this gentleman takes India to levels of greatness that we could not have anticipated before this horrible show began. We thank him and hope to never see him again on television or in this country. If he migrates, I will be the first to say thank you. Also want to add 75 years. That's a great monument. Great time. I don't know why it's a monument, but it should be. 75 years. Well done, India. I'm proud of you. Of course, India can't reply. Well, as of now, India is only on your DP. But keep India from your DP in your heart. Don't keep your DP in your heart because that's very confusing. But keep in your heart the knowledge that you love humanity and India is part of humanity. Then the countries we are not talking to, you remove them. So humanity is complete. Till next year, 76 independence, it's all of us saying bye-bye. If you're wearing desi clothes, please wear underwear. जो इस जरूर के साथ काम करता है यहाँ पे, we'll teach you.
कुंडी लगा लो सैया तेरे को जन्नत दिखाती मैं
Stand by. Let me be sad and action. सारे जहां से
देश बदल रहा है.
Important है वो 5% से हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन.